Yeah, so I'm going. Yeah, I had to check it in. So I'm going in, and I have like a fanny pack on me. So I'm like, oh, they'll probably check that. That's cool. I don't have anything in there. I had cologne in there. I had a big ass bottle of cologne, and I forgot that it was in there. I meant to put it in my case, and they didn't tell me anything about it. Like I took it off, and it went through the machine, and they didn't flag it. So then they're like, all right, sir, you got to take off your shoes, and then go to that like X-ray thing, and I didn't know we had to do that.
That thing looked all like Star Wars, huh?
Yeah, it was weird. Like some Halo shit. Like,
yeah, right.
It was fucking great.
Yeah, Christian saw that. He's like, whoa, look at that. I'm like, yeah, like if they're trying to get us ready for the future, like even had like that blue neon light around it, and it looked all
gas to disinfect.
Yeah, you expect to see some aliens walking by or something, right? Like
with like some kind of weird like scanning gun. Oh shit.
Visiting from planet.
What was the one that was there? It was from Planet Moolah. You just see that one?
No, I didn't.
That was a game they had there.
Oh no, I didn't.
It was like invasion or aliens from the planet Moolah. Yeah, so I didn't know I had to take off my shoe. I mean, I guess like the shoe bomber, right? Like, but yeah, I totally forgot about that. So I take them off, and I'm like, oh fuck, I don't want to take my shoes off or whatever. And I had to put them, and then I go in.
Were you wearing your grandma socks?
I was wearing my grandma's socks. Yeah, one was pink, one was purple. It was embarrassing. But now as I go in, I'm like, so I don't have to take off my socks, so I can keep my bombs. And then like the person behind me laughs.
Somebody flying or somebody that works there?
Somebody flying.
Yeah, not somebody.
No, not somebody that works there. Somebody flying was laughing.
Because they don't think it's funny, right?
Yeah, and then on the way out, I said like 2 or 3 more.
Really?
And I was
Damn,
like,
you're pushing it.
So I was like, so I guess I could keep my bombs. Nice. And I was saying, I don't know what the fuck I was saying. Like something like that. And then on the last joke I made, I'm getting my shoes and like my bag and everything, and the lady says something. She gets on the radio and she's like something like code red 39A bomb threat something, and I was like, wait. And then when I turn around, there's like 3 dudes in like fucking crazy outfits, like that come up walking all serious. And they stop me and they're like, "What's all this bomb talk? What's going on, sir?"
What's all this bomb talk?
What's going on? Were you making threats to the? And I'm like, no, I forgot what I said. Like, no, like I'm just nervous to fly. I'm just trying to make myself laugh.
Trying to make everybody nervous.
If I'm gonna be nervous, you guys are all gonna be nervous. But I was like, no, no, man, I'm just trying to lighten up my mood. Like, I'm making terroristic threats. That always puts me in a jolly good mood. I was like, no, I didn't mean anything by it. I'm nervous. I'm just trying to make myself laugh. And then
try to get arrested at 12 in the afternoon, just kind of.
Yeah, so the next thing you know, I'm getting cavity surged.
I really like cavity surgeons.
I was really hoping for a cavity surge.
Oh, what would have happened if you said that?
They might be in my ass. I wonder, they probably would have like fucked me up or cavity surged me on purpose just for being a smart ass. If I really would have said that.
But the whole time you had to be enjoying.
Oh, and then he called me a smart ass. That's right. After I said that, he was like, "This is the airport. We take it seriously. Like don't be a smart ass here. Like that's not funny." And I was like, "Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean anything by it. I'm just fucking around." And then the guy just let me go.
Smart ass. When's the last time you've heard that word?
That was a good one. I'm surprised he didn't say smart Alec or something, right?
You mean a smart Alec?
Right? He gives me like the.
Here's what happens to smart Alex at the airport. Is it Alec Trebek or what's smart Alec from? It's not Alec Trebek. You know that.
No,
is
that's
from
Alex Trebek.
Alex. Okay, it is Alex.
I used to think when I was little, because my family would say that, like, at first, and then they eventually just start calling me smart ass, because I was a smart ass. But they would say smart Alec at first, and I always thought they were saying smart Alex. So I was like, I didn't realize that was like a phrase. Like, I was like, why are they calling me smart? I guess that's just what they call me. I guess I'm smart.
Everybody calls me that. As a matter of fact, when everybody's smart, smart Alec. Fucking smart Alec.
Yeah, that you call me a smart ass.
You smart ass. Oh, that's a funny one.
Oh man, yeah, I guess. Like like at the time it was hilarious, but looking back on it, it's still pretty hilarious. Damn, I could have gone to like federal prison or something. Like if they really wanted to push it, they could say I made terroristic threats, right? Like,
Yeah, supposedly you can't joke like that there. But maybe the fact that you're joking, maybe if you would have yelled it, would have been different. You probably would have got in trouble for that.
bomb, bomb. No, I'm just kidding, guys. Yeah, that would have been worse.
And then when they get you, what happens when I come in? Like, oh, he's got
Oh man,
what was that called when you yell stuff?
Tourette's.
He's got Tourette's.
You know what? I've seen people
Say
with
that.
Tourette's on like YouTube and stuff, and they say that a lot of their tics are stuff they know they're not supposed to say. So like
Exactly,
it's in their
yeah.
mind, so they'll start saying like they'll start saying slurs in front of certain people, or
Like
they
what
could
kind
say,
of people?
we all know. But yeah, that like so I could see like being at an airport with Tourette's, and you're thinking like, don't say bomb, bomb, like.
Yeah, it would trigger you, right?
I don't know what else you can't say at the airport.
Damn, what would happen? They would definitely tackle you. But yeah, once you pull out the Tourette's card, oh, they can't.
Oh man,
You need a card or something now.
my what is it called? My Tourette's cat medic comes out like to help. He has Tourette's.
Yeah, because we were already there, and then you show up,
I show up all beat up, right? I have a black eye.
and it was funny. You were yelling "Toad House" as they were.
Toad house, Toad house, Toad house. It's worth it. Footage should be out soon with once the case is over.
Yeah, it's funny. The flight was kind of bumpy, huh?
Oh man, both times.
Both times, yeah.
Yes, as our viewers might not know, but we went to Las Vegas recently. And all this gambling and coincidence talk got us to leave our families and yeah. So the flight there, man. I don't like flying to begin with. I've only flown like once or twice, so I hate flying to begin with. When I was like, I remember my first flight, like I didn't like it, but it was pretty smooth. So I was like, I wasn't too bad. It was just me thinking about it. And so on this one, when we take off, yeah, it's fucking bumpy. But right away, I start to feel nauseous. And so I just go to sleep. And when I wake up when we're landing, oh man, the landing was just as bad. It was really
Oh,
bumpy.
you're lucky that you were able to sleep the whole ride.
Yeah, I slept, the way there, I slept almost the whole ride.
It took longer to get there. That's weird.
Really?
It was like an hour 45 to get there, and then he made it back in an hour 15.
That's probably why it was so bumpy. On the way back, that dude was hauling ass. And we're
Because
just like,
the earth is flat.
Yeah. Yeah, because the first time when I woke up, they were like, "Oh, we're approaching your destination, Las Vegas," and I was like, I told Noah, like, "How long will they?" It felt like 10 minutes. Like I just dozed off, and then like one of the bumps woke me up, and he was like, "No, we're already almost here." So yeah, I slept like almost the whole ride there. I was tired.
Nice.
The way back, I slept a little bit. I got like I would doze off every now and then, but I was mainly awake. But man, that descent back into our town was bad. I did not like that at all.
Yeah, I don't like. Yeah, it was bumpy coming back, but I was just kind of happy that we were landing already.
Me too.
And then what fucked me up was waiting in Vegas when all of a sudden there was just some crazy like fuel smell throughout the plane.
Oh,
You remember that?
And then not only was that bad because it smelled like shit, but it was making me freaked out. Like, is there an oil leak? Oh fuck, we're gonna fucking burn up in the sky. Like,
Yeah, it wasn't making me freak out, but yeah, that smell like fuel or something
Jet
was
fuel, huh?
just so
it
strong.
was strong, and yeah, it was making me feel lightheaded, like kind of like wanting to pass out. It was kind of freaking me out. Like, oh, I don't want to pass out on the plane, man. Like, fuck.
In front of these guys.
Oh man, I wake up right with the mustache dicks.
Bomb.
Bomb in my back pocket on my forehead.
Wires sticking out.
You guys put the toilet paper on my head. To make me look good.
So like what?
Anyway, like a terrorist. Fuck. But yeah, that ride was. And I guess you guys were saying that they're usually, like, you've been on some that were even worse.
Oh, I've been on some way worse.
Man, I would not want to deal with that.
I was on one that was so bad when we landed, the whole plane started clapping and everybody was all
Clapping.
yeah, it was that bad. Like everybody knew it was bad.
There wasn't like a big hairy mustachio dude in the back going, whoo, whoo, woo.
I think everybody was doing that.
I was on the verge of that. Like when it would drop, I was like, oh fuck! Like I felt it. Like I was like my hands were dripping. Like I kept like I was all wet. Like
How many feet do you think that plane drops? It's a good distance.
like 30 feet, huh? Like in that or more. Like it's a you could feel it.
huh? Right?
Yeah, it's crazy. It's funny because Noah kind of had like a moment of mine as well when we were boarding the plane back.
As far as what the
When he was yelling.
Oh yeah, what did he say? Help me. Right?
Yes, yeah. So we're on that little like I don't even know what you'd call it, the little connection that connects the airport to the entrance of the airplane. That little
Yes,
tunnel.
the little tunnel, yeah.
So we're walking down that, and him and his girlfriend are behind me, and like the whole time he's just saying stupid shit in my ear, like trying to make me laugh. And then when we pass the lady that where you check in, we're walking in, and then he starts going, "Help! Help me!" But it sounded like loud and like if someone really needed help. And I started laughing, and he, "Help me! Help! Somebody please!" And I look, and his girlfriend's laughing, and I'm like, "Dude, shut the fuck up!" And like I try to like keep a straight face, and when I walk in, the pilot runs out. Is someone yelling for help? And I was like, "Oh, I don't know, man."
It's that guy with a bomb. Get him. It's that smart ass.
That smart ass with the bomb. Tackle him. Yeah, I'm like, oh, I don't know, man. I heard something. It wasn't me. And I just keep walking. And I was like, oh, fucking Noah. And I guess Noah said that. Well, yeah, when he got there, the dude came out and he was like, is someone yelling for
Is
help?
that guy trying to rape you? Is that smart ass up there touching
Are you okay, man? And then, then Noah was like, I don't know, I heard it back there. There's like no one behind. We're like some of the last ones to board. And yeah, he just comes in and that was funny. So I guess that too, huh? They take it real serious. Like, damn.
Yeah, for sure, right? Like somebody's about to get sex trafficked.
Or someone just pulled out their bomb, like their big black bomb with like the a box of TNT.
Man, and yeah, flying's so cool because, you get there, but man, I really just hate.
The experience.
I'm sure everybody does. I don't know anybody who enjoys it, but man,
I'm sure there's people that are just used to it. Like those flight attendants probably don't give a shit. Like, whatever. Like,
yeah, like, was it you or Noah? Somebody asked me, oh, do you think you could be a flight attendant? And I'm like,
Yeah.
man, I would not want to be flying all day with taking off, landing. But maybe for them it's different because they're working.
Yeah, for sure. And they're used to flying all the time, so they kind of get like into it.
By the time they get you your sodas and they walk up and get the trash, like they do their little routine and then you're pretty much there. So maybe...
Man, they were on it. Like the first flight I went, I forgot who I flew with, but it was a really smooth ride, but like I didn't get all that service like these guys, like these planes did, like this plane did. Like it was nice. Like they came around with trash and drink. I got offered a drink once. And then yeah, they were not on, like they just kind of left us alone after that. They offered us drinks once and they didn't come back at all. But yeah, I do remember on the way there, I think we flew with, it was cheaper to get like one airline there. And that's when I flew to Los Angeles and then a different airline back.
Oh, okay, cool.
So on the way there, they had free drinks, kind of like how this one
Oh.
was. And so I was getting all these drinks, like fuck yeah, like give me a soda, let me get like a little whiskey, let me get this, and because I was nervous, it was my first flight ever, so I was really nervous, but it was cool. And
Man,
then-
I would think drinking would make it worse.
yeah, I don't know, it probably yeah.
Like if I would have been drinking, I would have thrown up for
Because
sure.
Chris was telling me like, hey, there's a bar, go get a drink, and I was like, nah, like I'll wait till I get home. Like I'm not gonna make a drink right now. Like I wanted to eat too. I was hungry, but same thing. I don't want to get queasy.
That's on the way back.
No, okay, so yeah, on when we're going back, but on the way, so on that first one, when I went to Los Angeles, yeah, the first flight free drinks, I was getting all these drinks, and then on the way back, it was a different airline, and they had a menu of drinks. So the same thing, I was ordering this, and that, and at the end, they billed me for it. Like,
Man, probably a lot, huh?
it was a lot, like especially for what it was. Like, couple sodas and maybe some snacks.
Yeah, and then everything's just so expensive. Airports, Las Vegas, like just the rooms. Like I don't mind paying, like if you want to go get a nice dinner, like yeah, you're paying for it. But man, if you want a bottled water, I mean,
Yeah, like $5 at some of the places,
yeah,
right?
come on, man.
Yeah, all the places at the airport and then like at the hotel, like where it's like really convenient.
Convenient,
So
yeah,
like that's why they
exactly.
charge you so much.
I thought it was funny when, and I guess it was later in the day, and I mean, I guess it was hot outside, but like I'm cool with hot coffee. So when me, Noah, and Christian are there, and we're next to like a coffee deli. It's like a coffee shop, right? They even had a big coffee thing
Yeah, like,
and deli. And I'm like, hey, does anybody want a coffee? And they're like, oh, that sounds good. That sounds good. And we walk in, and I mean, it just said hot coffee, but I was cool with that. But then, like, Noah's just looking at the menu, like,
where are the macchiatos? Where's the sweet cream foam?
what kind of shit? What kind of shit place is this? And right away, like, yeah, they didn't want. I mean, I get it was hot outside, and
You don't have Oreo frappuccinos? What kind of fucking coffee place is this? Hot coffee? What kind of scam are you running?
right. What does large mean?
Right? You don't have venti? Right? Tea? Like without peach? What is that? Like, it's hot? What the fuck?
Is that like generic coffee or what is that? Right?
'Cause I don't drink Folgers.
Cock.
Man, I remember last time.
And then it's funny because after that we did go to Starbucks.
Oh yeah, exactly. We did.
Because you're like, fuck this. This isn't a real coffee shop.
But just smart asses. Trying to take away that thunder that Starbucks built up. Right. Everybody's jumping on that Starbucks bandwagon.
Oh, fuck.
But yeah, that was so funny. I mean, I would have been cool.
Nice hot coffee in a little mug.
You know, last time I was there too, I was at the pool. It was probably like June, July. And I was inside and I was eating. And I just got a hot coffee. And before I left, I had him fill it up. And then from there, we went to the pools. I'm there in the hot pool, drinking a hot coffee. And a lady like stopped me like, are you really drinking a hot coffee?
Yeah, you want some? You have them inside.
But I guess it's kind of weird, right? That's not a
You
drink.
were the weird ass,
At the pool.
smart ass at the pool.
Right? July, middle of the afternoon, fucking burning sun, and I'm drinking hot coffee.
You have a beanie on.
Oh, the shade.
Oh, that's funny. That was
Yeah.
funny too. Like walking around, like I had a camera. Like I had my camera with me, just kind of around my neck, just in case I wanted to snap a photo or something. Yeah, every now and then, like some of the either people or like the dealers would give me like a weird look, but no one ever told me anything.
Oh, yeah. That's why that one day we were even sitting there and they were pointing at us. And I was wondering, man, are me and Christian this good that they're pointing at us?
These guys right here, huh?
But then, no, I noticed. I was like, oh, it's your camera. Because people were even saying comments, huh?
Yeah, like I think Chris told me that one of the I didn't hear what he said. It was so loud in there, but Chris said that one of the dealers was like, "Oh, like you're taking pictures for IDs or what, or something like that." Or he said
Oh, they
something
probably
like that.
thought you were a smart ass fucking like you worked for the gambling commission or the TC or not
Damn,
TCBA.
and I'm
but
there like
like,
making sure they're all on fucking point. And
yeah, like you're taking pictures like, oh, here's you serving an underaged.
maybe I don't think I look like a fucking. I think I look like just some punk.
Yeah,
some smart ass.
Yeah, in disguise.
Oh.
No, it could be that, right? Yeah, I'm sure. Like if you walked into a bar here with that camera, I'm sure everybody would kind of freak out. Like, oh, what are you trying to take pictures of? Or so maybe that's what it was.
Or the cheating wise, like, hey, no. Like,
Oh, you should have said that at the table. Like, oh no, some lady hired me to spy on her husband. All the dudes would have left.
everybody leaves. Oh, that would have been so funny.
All loud. Oh no, I'm just getting evidence.
For a private investigator, some lady hired me to spy on her husband.
Her cheating husband and her.
I'm gonna color out.
I'm out of here. Everyone would have tipped you. Hey man, keep me out of here.
Right? That's why I would have made my money. Like the dudes would just be tipping me, hey man, like give me out. Yeah, for sure.
Oh, you should say that. We should have these lines ready for next time.
Oh, we're gonna be so prepared next time.
I'm just a private eye.
Next time, I'm not gonna say bomb. It's gonna have wires sticking out and a clock on my chest.
It's like my pacemaker.
I'm just really into electronics and circuiting, man.
A bunch of characters in Las Vegas, man. Jeez.
Yeah, like people like that you can't make up. Like,
You wonder where they. Like that lady that yelled to that guy, the bald guy. Where she said, "Why don't you fucking die, you bald guy?"
and you know what? I swear when she said that, you had like a fear in your eye, like she might have been talking to
I
you.
know, I hear her saying that, but she's not looking at me, so I'm like, all right.
Like, oh
like-
yeah, and when she said it, I was like right there. So it was all aggressive. Like
And then we turn, and she's in that dude's face, like face to
I
face,
didn't
yelling
see
at him.
Damn, I didn't see him.
Yeah,
in the
because it was
face.
they were right behind us.
I remember like we walked a couple meters up, and the people behind us start laughing like relief, like ha 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 ha.
That could have been ugly.
There was a couple people. Remember when we first got to the hotel? There was a lady like, "Thank you, Floyd Mayweather, for the greatest shot!" I all cracked out, screaming at the top of her lungs.
Yeah, I remember that.
The one outside, remember? Like, she yelled. It might have been all the same lady, even though I think about it. It looks
But-
similar, like
right.
short hair, skinny. Yeah, she screamed at some guy. I don't forget what she said, and then like she stomped away and then turned around and was like, "I haven't eaten in 3,943 days, just so you know. Just so you know." And just fucking took off. You know the people that got kicked out of the restaurant?
And at first they were kind of loud, but then I don't know. They won me over. Like they were really cool people, right? I thought.
Yeah, I mean, I guess they were being pretty obnoxious, but yeah,
But-
they were all right.
Yeah, they were, but I just thought the fact that they were buying other tables drinks and really wishing people happy birthdays, and I don't know. I just thought that was kind of
They were there for a good time.
yeah for a good time, and they weren't being like it was genuine, I guess. A lot of craps, a lot of dice were thrown.
A lot of dice were thrown. Man, a lot of money was lost. Not like just watching people lose money.
Oh, a
like,
lot of money's lost.
holy
Yeah, yeah.
shit. Like there was that guy at the Bellagio, and you and Chris are playing, and he's kind of betting like against you guys, but he's putting like
Man, money.
thousands of dollars. Like I think he lost like $2 to $3 grand because the first time he dropped 1,200, and then he did it again, and he did it again. Like I don't know how much he pulled out in total, and he had all $100 chips.
Within 10 minutes, if that, right?
Yeah, probably less than 10 minutes, and so he's betting like 6 or more. Yeah, like 1,000 like on the don't pass.
Yeah, I kept seeing at least 1,000.
Like he had a stack on there, and yeah, like, there's a couple where he won money, so he won a lot. But then he would just, again, kind of do dumb bets. But man, he lost so much so quick. And yeah, I think you went to the bathroom or something, and then he bet the last of it against Chris, and Chris got the point, and the dude, he took off. Oh, then he left.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah, you saw a lot of that. Yeah, you just saw a lot of, just everywhere. And a lot of smoking, man. The smoking really gets
Oh man,
to
it
me.
was brutal.
It messed up my trip. The whole time I had like a headache and just,
It didn't bother me that much. Too much. Like I guess I'm used to. Like I live with my uncle. He smokes a lot, but like when you walk in to the casino at the MGM, like from somewhere else, you feel it and you smell it. Like whoa, like it hits you like a fucking brick wall. And I guess I just get used to it once I'm in there. But yeah, it's bad.
and the other casinos weren't like that too much, huh?
No. like way clean. Yeah, a lot cleaner. Especially like the Bellagio was really
Seemed cleaner, right?
seemed cleaner. The Mandalay wasn't too bad. I think there's some where that you can't smoke.
Oh
I
man.
could have swore I saw signs that said, and to keep in accordance with our policy of this and that, no smoking is allowed inside.
Oh, we should really look into that next
So
time.
I swear, I mean, I could be wrong. I don't know if it's like all casinos let you smoke, but I could have sworn I saw signs like
Well,
that.
I know you can't smoke in the poker rooms.
You can't?
No.
Oh, shit. I thought they would have let you.
No, I don't think so.
Damn.
'Cause I think you're too close to each other, but I don't know. Maybe.
I'm like, table. Yeah, like you guys would be next to a dude with a big old black and mild. Like, oh, yeah, it was fucking just smoke all in my face.
And even the dealers were like blowing at it, but man, some people don't give.
Man, that dude that was next to you was just ashing it right there, and then the pit boss came in and was like, here you go, man, and he brought him an ashtray.
Oh, he was just ashing
I
it.
think
where?
he would think just wherever. Like, I didn't see an he was smoking it for a while. I didn't see anything.
Yeah, just some
the dude
obnoxious
noticed it.
people, right?
Yeah, like, have some respect, right?
Right, like, and then he was even betting on the don't pass too.
Ah, one of those guys.
He was one of those guys, and like him and like a lot of people were like not getting into it, but like kind of getting it. Like you can tell people were getting fucking bothered. But yeah, he would lose a lot. Then he'd come up big, and then when he'd come up big, he'd yell, and then
Yeah, wasn't he the same one that was like, this is what I do, or this is, what did he say?
this is what I feel. Like I'm like he was playing his feelings.
Yeah, he was like yell obnoxious. Yeah, this is what I feel. This is what I feel. Like, oh.
Cause yeah, when I was watching them play, and then the guy rolled a 7, so everybody crapped, and the whole table got sad except him. And the guy asked me, "Why is he happy?" And I said, "Oh yeah, he's betting against everybody. He's betting on the don't pass. So when you crap, he wins."
Like, I wasn't like, oh, what a dick. Like,
Yeah, they got it personal against him, and they kept they took it personal.
so they started like fucking
Like-
like cheering when he lost, or
Yeah, exactly.
don't passing him.
Yeah, and then I think that's why he started yelling even louder, like to.
To assert dominance.
Yeah, right. David Copperfield. Right.
I was forced to sign a waiver where I am not allowed to talk about it. No, yeah, they made us put our phones away, couldn't record. They were like really on it. Like there was people walking around, but yeah, the show was fucking cool.
Did you have your camera around your neck?
Oh, I should have. I just like slowly. No, they probably would have told me something.
Oh yeah, they would have.
No, man, it's off. Why is it beeping green? That means it's off. When it's red, it's on. No, but yeah, the show was really cool. I'm planning to release my recording of it. That was cool. Like, tricks that I guess, like, if you, and I haven't seen David Copperfield before, but you kind of have, and I think you have, and you've seen like other stuff. So I wasn't too familiar with a lot of his tricks, but yeah, a lot of like similar tricks he's done before, where he'll make like a car appear or something disappear, or he'll disappear, but with really cool effects. And he even had like a really cool story to go along with it, where it was like his dad. He never got a chance to tell his dad he loved him, or some shit like.
Yeah, so he's playing on your emotions the whole time, huh?
Oh yeah, I was crying the whole time. And I was, bravo. And then, but like at the end, his dad left him like a laboratory, a secret laboratory he didn't know, and there's like an alien in there that comes out of something.
Oh shit, that's the whole story.
That's the story, yeah. And then like the alien wants to go back home, but they need to be able to time travel or some shit, and like then illusions the whole time, and then at some point he goes back in time, and it shows him like meeting his dad, and he gives him the symbol that he loves, and it was some weird symbol like that, and then like, so the dad knows, and then he gets a letter he never read. It's like, all I wanted my dad was to be proud of me, and in the letter he's like, I'm proud of you. And then so he's happy, and then David Copperfield gets the family, like the UFO, to appear, and then he sends the alien back with his family, and that's the whole story.
Nice.
But it's really cool. Like,
Yeah, I bet. It's theatrical, right?
really theatrical. Yeah, there's still some stuff I can't explain, like the email. But I'm thinking, I'm thinking the people that were part of it.
Well, not that you can't explain it. Yeah, obviously there's explanations for it.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of planted people, for sure.
That's funny that you can't explain that. But then when you see real magic,
You're like, oh, I can explain that.
that's not real magic.
I mean, yeah, but he's no Copperfield. I mean, like I said, there's an explanation, obviously, for all those tricks, but
Yeah, for
they
sure.
were done really good. Or,
Yeah, exactly. Makes you think. But yeah, a lot of times I think it's just the simplest, easiest explanation, right?
yeah, remember I saw him explain a trick where he like floats a dollar on his finger and like it's like leaning over and it looks, and the explanation was he just slips a quarter into his hand and the quarter's holding the dollar. It's like, oh, it's so fucking simple, but like the effect when he does it looks all crazy. So yeah, I'm sure it was some. I'm sure there's quarters involved somewhere in there. Man, those pizza places were good.
Yeah, right.
Like both times when we landed and then when I went in the middle of the night. Oh man, both of those times they hit the spot.
You went and played craps by yourself.
Yeah, that late night pizza run was really good.
Late night pizza and craps. Craps without the fellas.
Craps without the boys. I know I betrayed everyone. And I went alone. And
Because that's all we were doing the whole time. We kept asking, come on, join in. And then that morning you're like, guys, guess what? And you had like, what, about $10,000
I
on you.
lifted up my blanket and I had just chips galore. And you guys were like, whoa.
I was crapping it all night.
Yeah, I was just nervous to jump in the whole time. Like I really wanted to, but I was just so like intimidated. Like,
Yeah, it's funny too, because the whole time, the original idea was to go play poker, which we didn't even play one.
yeah, that's where we got that's the whole reason we made this trip, because we're playing poker like all the time.
Yeah, right.
And then at some point we got a craps table, and then it just switched like, fuck poker, I'm playing craps.
I didn't want to play, but man, it was so packed. It was so fucking packed to play
And
poker.
we happened to go like the same couple of days they were having a tournament.
Yeah.
It was like doubly packed. Like fuck, it was.
But craps is fun, and that's also funny because a couple weeks ago when we were talking about like the universal consciousness, and you were asking, or you were saying it's really interesting, but you need to see it tested. And I'm like, man, in Vegas you'll see it tested. I said, well, you'll see it on the craps table. Like, I don't know, for some reason I think that's a game where it comes out because, you know, I think cards are different because they're being shuffled and you can't mess with the order. Right?
And you're kind of playing against each other.
And you're playing against each other. And yeah, you're not going to see certain, you know, it's hard, like as the cards are being dealt and unfolded, you'll see what you want, but they're already in order. So I don't think that works. Roulette, I could see it working with roulette because that's, you know, it's like a coin flip. It's a ball spinning.
You know, like
But-
it's not like the order of the cards is predetermined before you start playing. But like
Exactly.
that's not like you're making a
Exactly.
move, I guess, or whatever.
Yeah, it would be like heads or tails, like the roulette. And then the craps is the exact same thing. It's, you make your bets, you know what you want the dice, and it's dice. It's not anybody's choice. It's random.
Yeah, it's not like the dice are like already a certain way, and then you have to guess what they are. Like, no, you're throwing them.
And that's the only game where the player has control over the outcome. You know, you can't
Yeah.
deal in poker, you can't spin the ball in roulette, you can't deal in blackjack. That's the only game where it's up to you.
I wonder if there's a version of craps where it is thrown and you don't know what they are, and then you make your bets. And then they reveal. I could see that being like a variant.
Oh, that'd be cool. Like it's
Right.
already thrown. Make your bets and then it's unveiled.
Do you think that would that still have like an effect on the community consciousness? Because it's still going to be rolled.
Yeah, I would say no. Well, it could if y'all are thinking what you want it to be rolled.
Yeah, and like so, like that's the dealer, I guess, that rolls it, and you don't see it. Maybe like it'll influence his roll.
Yeah, exactly.
You think
So yeah,
so?
yeah, I would think so. But you know, the whole time we were there, we saw a lot of craps games. We were in a bunch too, and something happened the night you were watching David Copperfield. You know, me and Christian had a crazy run, and I mean, I had a crazy run at the table that even I think it was spooky. It honestly kind of weirded me out. But as I was thinking about it, yeah, I came to the conclusion that I told you. You know, the fact that everybody at that table knew how to play, and
You
we
want to
were,
explain what happened, like the.
well, I'm just saying, Yeah, I shot some dice, and I mean, I was calling the numbers that were going to come, and some of them were hard numbers, not random. You know, it's hard to get into dice real quick, but
Yeah, hard is basically just like if it's a 4, it's 2 and 2. Like you hit the same numbers with both.
which is hard to roll. You know, it's easy to roll. It's easier to roll a 7 because probability wise, it comes out more. And yeah, I called like 5 numbers in a row, and they all kind of came out, or they all came out. And it was even freaking out, like, you know, the dealer and the other guy, but I think
Everybody was kind of, you were winning money for everybody.
yeah, because I had yeah, that's what I'm saying. We all were on the same page, and then I even tipped the 4 dealers, but I instead of tipping them cash, I placed a bet for them, and it was the same bet that I was wanting and that everybody at that table wanted. So all 7 of us wanted the exact same outcome. And as I was rolling, you know, these outcomes were hitting, and then I started. There was more numbers that helped other people and not me. And I would even say like, "Hey, you want me to hit your number?" And then I would hit it. And yeah, just thinking about it, I think that's what happened. It was definitely that unity consciousness at play. I mean, there was no other people at the table who didn't know how to play.
Or no one who was betting like the don't pass or something.
Nobody betting the don't pass. Yeah, we were all on the same page. And likewise, at the Bellagio, when we saw that hot table, I think that hot table was the exact same way. They all knew how to play. They were all kind of betting the same, thus influencing that older man to shoot for 30 minutes, making that much money. And I mean, we did see a good 10 minutes of it, right?
Yeah, and he left with a lot of money.
Left with a lot of money, right?
Like a lot.
And his confidence had a lot to do with it. Like, I just think, yeah, I think, man, it's hard to explain, but I definitely think that was an example of it happening before our eyes, where it could be tested. And, you know, that is the test. But then, yeah, I can see where you're saying, well, if that's the test, you know, we have to duplicate it. But I'm saying, you know, it would only be duplicated when you go back to a craps table and pay attention and see the right circumstances, and you'll probably see the same results. But I don't think you can manipulate the results or I don't think you can manipulate the situation to get the results, which is kind of weird.
Man, I mean, I know what you mean. I guess like if part of what makes it happen is that everyone is on the same page and you're thinking and it's really for money and there's nothing else and that's part of it, and then maybe introducing like some kind of testing control like would fuck up your mindset, so then that would fuck. So if we're trying to test how if mindsets could affect reality, then yeah, that might fuck it up.
Yeah,
right. I think maybe like.
Well, for those that don't know, real quick, the unity consciousness, the tests that they were doing were just, you know, they had a room full of people, and then they were just thinking if everybody was always thinking heads, the coin would flip higher than 50% to heads. Like they can affect the probability. And I think it's true, but, you know, we've been debating that for a while, and I thought that's what happened at the craps table.
Yeah, I just wonder how you can test it. Like I was saying, like I think maybe if you went to like a casino or a couple of casinos and then like observed and like wrote down results to do like for data without anyone knowing, so you don't affect their mindset, and then just see like put like there's some kind of variables like a bunch of different variables or rules, so like you can differentiate between a table that's hot and knows like people know how to play, and one where the people are all drunk or they don't know what they're doing, and see if like there's a difference in the amount of wins and losses between like certain categories of people or tables.
Well, that's what I'm saying. You'd have to, because I've seen it. That's what I'm saying. I've seen it with my eyes, and I've been on both sides of the table. Like I'm saying too, like sometimes the drunk friends do believe in it, and they do bring out that vibe.
You loosen everyone up, or
they
something.
Loosen up, you know, or maybe not the whole table, but they'll definitely loosen up their round. And if there's like 3 drunk dudes, you know, maybe 1 or 2 of them rolls hot. And I mean, yeah, it could be luck. It could be luck, but you know, maybe just all three of them kind of thinking that, and maybe, you know, other people jumping aboard. And but I've been on really sad looking tables, and man, it's the game.
The game is sad.
The game is sad. Yeah, it's hard for somebody. And players that I've seen that are really good, I've seen them play, make their money. Then as more people come in and join, the vibe starts turning, and those people that are really good are already out of there. Like they already, whether they're realizing why they're leaving or, you know, I don't know what's going on there. But
or maybe they know like, oh, like the vibe has changed.
yeah, they've played enough to know that it's not always hot, and that when you have that streak, you know, that's it.
You know, like that old man, the Red Robin. That's the advice he gave you. He was like, know when to leave the table, know when to quit.
Yeah, know when to quit. Yeah. And it's true because, man, sometimes me and Christian would be up, not a lot, but $40-50. And in my mind, I'm thinking like, no, I still want more. But I was also like, man, you know, maybe I should leave just because of the way things are looking. Like you know what I mean? Like I was lucky to even get that much. But yeah, it's intuition. Yeah, that's just such a crazy game. I wonder what other games are out there that could be tested on. Like, well, what other games do you know that?
Yahtzee.
Yahtzee, exactly. But you would need a community of people.
Or like Trouble. With the little bubble. With the dice
But
in there.
everybody's against each other.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's right.
That's what I'm saying. Like, craps on that good table. The table I was at, it was only 7 of us, and all 7 of us wanted the same thing. And I think when I would say a number, like I'd be like hard 8. I think maybe me putting that in their mind that like tune us all to think hard 8. Like, oh, he's not either they. I mean, obviously they all hoped I rolled it because that's what we all needed. Am I be saying
You're
it?
just saying, even if like it's something like they put on a 6 and you're just like 4, and then they might just think 4. So it might help you for that second.
It might help you for that second, or it might help people that don't know how to play. Because that's what I'm saying. If people know how to play, usually people know what numbers you need and know what number you want for your point. So everybody's kind of already thinking that. But if you were to say it out loud, you would help the people that have no idea what's going on.
Yeah, that makes sense.
But yeah, calling out a number is fucking weird. Like, I would have hate to call out 8 and then miss it. That's why I don't call numbers out. I do not like
Kobe, and you missed the fucking shot. Like,
I do not like calling numbers out. Like, I never really call them out. Like, here I'll show you just because I'm showing you like, oh, I'm setting these dice. Like, this is what usually rolls. But there it was different because I wasn't setting my dice for those numbers. Well, the 8, yes, the 8 and the 6 are set. But then when I told that guy, you want me to hit your 5? I mean, how stupid would that look if I didn't? Right? Like, think about that. Hey, you want me to hit your 5? Like, yeah, and then
fucking
you crap
asshole.
out.
Thanks, asshole.
At least you tried, jerk. Or yeah, why would
Thanks,
yeah.
smart ass. Right?
Are you with that smart ass with the bomb? And then after I hit it, I told everybody, like, yeah, I'm going to hit the point now, which we all needed because we all made money on the point, which was a 4, which is also hard to roll. And then I threw and the 4 came out.
That was the real magic right there.
Yeah, but I'm not saying it was me because I don't have that ability.
You say that it's like in all of us?
I think it's in all of us, and I think it was
a little bit of all of
definitely.
you guys.
Yeah, I really think it was everybody at the table. Like I said, everybody needed those numbers. I just happened to be the one that was shooting at that moment and the one that people trusted. And I guess they would have had some confidence in me to roll that. And that's what I'm saying. The way I was setting the dice was probably giving them that confidence because it was happening to me and Christian. We would see people play, and once we saw somebody setting proper dice and throwing nice, we'd start betting on them.
Like, oh, this guy's done his research a little bit. Like, he knows
Yeah,
what
he's
fucking doing.
he's watching the same videos we're watching. And you did see a little bit of the dice control, right? Like there is a little bit, not much, but a little bit.
I'll say that. I think that there is a little bit.
Skill, like anything, right?
And just a little bit better, maybe if you set it up a certain way, just a couple points of percentage higher, but that might be enough to win you some money.
Yeah, like if the 7 is supposed to come out once in every 8 rolls, and if you're adding your little tricks, maybe you can get it to every 1 and 11 rolls. Like you can get 3-4 more rolls on somebody else.
And once you're at the 11th roll, you throw the dice off the table.
That's my next thing I want to do, because I honestly do get gut feelings for 7s. And I mean, you could ask Christian too. There's times where I'm like, hey, let's pull down.
Sure enough.
We pull down, and then sure enough, the next roll is a 7.
Damn.
And I get those. Like, I don't know why. And there's times I get them and I don't pull down the money. And then it hits and I get mad at myself.
Damn.
Like my last throw in Vegas was a 7. And I had that gut feeling, but I didn't know what to do. And I was I was thinking of throwing it off the table, like, oh, I'm gonna waste the 7.
Then we should have just like done one more roll, like, just to not leave with that,
Right, with
like
that,
juju. Like, it's gonna stay with you all the way till we go to Vegas.
No, but I think that's good juju because I knew it was coming. I just have to like.
Throw it off
I mean,
the table.
that's never happened to you where you thought of something and then you don't do it, and then you bite yourself in the ass like, fuck, I knew it. Like, that's never happened to you?
I don't know, like with where it's things that I know, like facts, like I was telling you, like oh, I should probably do that, like that's gonna help me, and I don't do it, and it ends up being shitty in the long run. Like, oh, I should have
Like
done
what?
it.
Can you remember one?
I don't know, but like something something simple, like, but it's not like intuition based, like oh, I should get up and like edit a little bit today because I'm gonna be stressed out later, and I don't, and then later on I'm like, oh, I should have fucking done that right now.
Okay.
But like that's different.
Yeah,
right?
that's different.
It's like
How about
hindsight,
how about a friend talking to you and you can just feel the vibe, like, oh, this person's lying to me, or oh, this person stole something, or
okay, kind of, yeah.
and that's
Again,
like a gut.
but again, that kind of, I feel like it comes down to the way they're saying it, like they're acting a little weird, like, so it's like more like it's physical, like
Yeah, a little bit of that. No. Man, because I would think most people have. I mean, I don't know. I can't say that, but you talk to a lot of people, and a lot of people do say like, "Oh, I had a feeling."
yeah, like
or,
gut feelings. I don't really get too many of those, I guess, or if I do, maybe I just don't pay attention to them, so I kind of don't even really think about it. Or... I'm trying to think, like, because I play a lot of video games, and a lot of it's based on like random chance and stuff. So I'm trying to think of like there's stuff where, oh, I have a feeling like.
I've had one in my life that I don't want to talk about,
Oh
but man, it was like nuts and like I can't explain it.
Damn. Damn, that's crazy.
Yeah, it's crazy, fucking crazy.
My mom gets that a lot, like, and she swears like a lot of times when something bad has happened in the family, like someone gets into an accident or someone gets something, like just some bullshit, that she gets a bad feeling and she'll call all of us. And she says that like a lot of times she gets it right, like when she feels it, she knows something happened, and it'll be like, one of my cats passed away,
Or she stopped something from happening.
or that maybe, yeah, right.
That's what I'm saying. Like she's. That's what I'm saying. Like the craps table, the last throw. Man, I was rolling so hot, I almost knocked all those numbers down again. And then I just felt like, oh, the 7's coming. Like I had it. So that's what I'm saying. Like maybe your mom has it, and by calling, she's kind of like helping out in some way. Well, that's what I'm saying, because I had that feeling on that last throw, and I still threw it, and I rolled out. So yeah, like you're saying, maybe she calls you, and yeah, something was right. Like you lost a cat. Or if there was nothing that happened, maybe she kind of
Stop something.
stopped something. Like a burglar was coming in and they saw you.
Oh, shit.
I don't know. Like, I mean, but yeah, you should talk to your mom about that. I mean,
I'll ask her. I'm gonna ask her what she thinks about all this, like the dice and the universal consciousness.
'cause yeah, it's all the same thing. What was that the same thing? No, one's more intuition, gut feeling, and the other one's people manipulating the outcome of dice. But I think it all goes hand in hand.
Yeah, they go hand in hand.
It goes hand in hand, yeah. Yeah, because like I'm saying, when I got up there and I started rolling those numbers, like I just knew I can do whatever I wanted to with the dice, and that's why like I'm not one to really call out stuff, or
You got overtaken.
like I'll say I've never called out a number and not hit it.
Damn.
but I don't really call out numbers either. I did it once in
Maybe you are a warlock.
no, I did it once in Tahoe. I called a hard 8 and I hit it.
Damn, nice.
But yeah, I don't really, yeah, because I'm not yelling Jordan.
I like that guy's style. I'm gonna start doing that.
Right? If you yell it 80 times, it's bound to happen once,
You
right?
see, it works. I didn't really buy anything. I lost I lost like 80 gambling.
Damn. And what do you think? Is that a lot for you?
No, it was cool. I wanted to gamble more. I thought I was gonna lose like 100 or maybe lose hundreds, put up hundreds, but
300-400.
I didn't. Yeah, it wasn't too bad. Yeah, that first one I just wanted to play. I just did 150, and then once I almost lost all of it, and once I got back up to 80, that's when it was like 89 or something.
Nice. So you came up.
So yeah, because when I went, I went because there was it was like 3 a.m. and like all the tables were packed except like the $100 table, and I was like, I'm not gonna play that. And then I'm kind of a bitch. No, that's a lot. And then on the other side, they had opened some, and I looked like they were just opening some more because it was packed in there.
Really? Like packed like worse than it was when we left?
It was packed.
Damn,
That's when,
nice.
like the 2 craps tables that we were watching, they were packed with people all around and people like cheering. Like it was ridiculous. And then there was
Nice.
another one.
Oh,
Like
man,
the
that-
crapless one was pretty packed too. I was thinking of playing that one, but that one I was a little bit less familiar with. So I was like, nah, I don't want to jump into that. And then I saw the other one, and it was 25.
We should practice that one because man, that might be.
It was pretty cool. It seems like there's more ways to win and less ways to lose in that one.
More ways to win. Yeah, so I don't understand that one. I need to get into that. Yeah, especially if we're going to do that 2-3 rolls. Oh man, that's the game to play.
Right.
Your odds are in your favor.
Yeah, so that's what I was thinking. Like while we were talking about that, like just make a couple of rolls, you win a little bit of money, and get out, and then we'll go to another one. So
They
like, you
probably
still-
pay you less on that table.
Oh no! Remember, weren't you reading, or didn't someone tell us that they take a percentage?
That's what something said, but I don't know if that's the way they all run or.
So I think I did see the dealers doing that.
Taking
They would take like
percentages?
like they would pay out the chips, like they put it in the middle, and then they would take like some and then give the rest to the dude. But yeah, so then that one was kind of packed. So then I went to another one, and they were opening up at 25. Well, I guess I just opened it up, and there was 3 dudes on there. And then once I start playing, one of them left. But these 2 dudes were rolling hot. They had all these chips. They were like, I was watching them for like 10 minutes. And they
Man,
were-
see, and that's when you have to jump in, and that's
I know.
the crazy one. Is that you see somebody rolling hot, and you've got to trust your gut to jump in sooner than later.
Hey, yeah, exactly. Yeah, I saw them rolling hot, and then one dude left, so I went in. And as soon as I go in, I bet on the pass line. First dude craps out, second dude craps out, and the other dude crapped. It was like a bunch of crap, and I lost like almost all my money. Like I was down on my last like $5 chip. And I was, or no, 25. It was a 25 chip. Or
Yeah,
I had something. It was enough for me to bet.
Yeah, 25.
And then after that, this dude, one of the dudes left, and then this other young dude came up, and like next to me, and I was like, oh man, I hope this guy. And so like, I didn't bet on that one, and then this dude craps out, and I was like, oh, I'm fucked. And then this dude left, so I rolled, and I think I hit.
You were dice setting, right?
No, yeah, I was dice setting. Okay, at some
No,
point.
I should have came down there like, don't let him dice set.
No. He doesn't. He's not worthy. I forgot what happened, but I rolled and I got a point, and then I ended up crapping out. And then this guy went, and that's when I had my last chip, and I put it on the pass line or something, and sure enough, he hits a point, and then he gets a point, and then he hits it, and so I win. And I'm like, fuck yeah! So then I bet on the 8, and he hits the 8 twice in a row. I think it was the point. And I had it on the pass line, and like he hits the 8 twice in a row, and so then I win, and then I'm like, something like that, and then I move my chip to the 6. But at that moment, I was like, I guess that was a gut feeling
Yeah, you
because
see?
he hit the 8 twice, and I was like, it might hit again, but
Yeah,
it probably won't.
something triggered it. Yeah, something triggered. He just hit 2 8s. Move like you're paying attention. Like you're.
But that is like the gambler's fallacy. Like, oh, you think just because there's 2 8s, it's gonna affect the next one, but it doesn't. It's still completely
Exactly. But that's what I'm saying. But at least makes your brain aware. Like that's all it needs to do is just make you aware, and then you reacted on it.
Yeah, so I was like, you know what? Like, move my 8 to the 6. And even the dealer kind of looked at me like, okay, like, what this guy? Like,
The
and
magic already left. He's up in his room.
Right? and sure enough, this dude throws a 6. And even he was like, yeah, like he looked at me like, fuck yeah.
You
like,
see, and maybe you saying move it to the 6, you don't think that
made him think of 6.
or just triggers a little something. And if the guy's in tune with you, like, yeah, if he's going to cheer you on and say, yeah, then obviously he's listening to you.
Yeah, because he saw me hit the 8. I think he had... Maybe, no, the 8 wasn't the point then. It was something else. Because I was betting on the 8. And,
yeah, exactly.
And
yeah,
so I hit the 8
so that
twice.
way he's still rolling. Because, yeah, if
Yeah.
it would have been the point, he wouldn't have.
Yeah, exactly. So, yeah, he hits the 8 twice. And then I don't know if he bet on the 8 too. I think he might have bet on the 8 too. So we were both kind of like, yeah, like, fuck yeah.
Oh, yeah, because
And
most
then-
people bet 6 and 8.
And then that's
like
when
a good player.
I think he took his down and I moved mine to 6. And then when we hit the 6, that's when he was like, fuck yeah. Like, we were both like, yeah, like pumped. And then after that, he crapped out.
Nice, so that's a good little...
That was a good little run. Like, I was like, oh shit. And then after that, he left. And the guy was like, do you want to roll? And after that, I felt like the magic was gone. I was like, I'm done.
Nice.
And I
So
went-
you felt a little bit of magic.
A little bit.
Yeah, that's what
I mean,
thinking.
I don't think it was anything. I mean, I still
Special.
think, yeah, but it felt magical.
Yeah,
It felt like
yeah,
it was cool.
exactly.
It was-
Yeah, exactly. That's the feeling I'm saying. And learn to write, whether you deny it or not, just be aware of it. Because that magic's going to be there too when it's not hitting. Like you'll see that magic, and I've seen that magic, and I've seen the same people day after day, and every time they show up, they just kill the table. I mean, how do you explain that? Like, yeah, I remember playing, 3 days in a row at one place, and every time this man and this lady would come, and they were both separate from each other, but every time they came, man, they just killed the vibe of the table. And that's sad to say, but man, it's true.
Like the dude from the Bronx Tale, where they're like, I don't want that face looking at
Exactly.
this fucking
Yeah,
dice.
for
Like, cover his
sure.
face.
For sure.
I almost feel like I'm telling you, those guys are rolling hot. I feel like I killed the table for them, and they're like, fuck these young fucks. Like,
You could have, but you said, well,
Like, but then, because I lost with them. But then when it was just me and this guy, that's when I won. And I could have kept going. Maybe if I would have
it was a
stayed
different
in.
dynamic. Yeah, it's the dynamics.
Maybe if I would have stayed in, and when it was just me and I rolled, maybe I could have won more too. But
Oh,
at that
yeah,
point,
yeah.
I was just like, no, like, I think I'm good. Like,
That's why
I came back a little.
You were watching before you joined, right?
I was watching for like 10 minutes.
And then when you went, okay, were you at the table? Because sometimes I like to do that where I'll I'll show up to the spot I want and I'll have my cash ready, but I'm just watching and I'm not messing up anybody's vibe. I'm not betting.
That's what I was doing. I had just had my money, and I was just like on the spot I wanted. I got the
Oh, okay,
spot like
cool, yeah,
next
yeah.
to the stick man, closer to the wall.
Because that's what we've told you, right? Right? But it makes sense, right?
Yeah, and then it's same thing in that those videos I was watching with the Dominator.
It's
He
a
said
shorter
that
distance,
he
yeah.
said that's the best position because it's less variables. Like
Exactly,
you
yeah.
don't have to throw it as hard as fast. And so I just stood there, and then once like a whole round ended and everyone was gonna new roller and everything, that's when I came in.
Yeah, see, so yeah, you're doing everything right. So yeah, I don't think you messed up the vibe. And then, yeah, it's another thing too is, I'll pay attention to who sits there. Like if somebody wants that spot, then I know, okay, this guy knows a little bit more about dice to know that that's considered the best spot on the table. And most of the top guys we saw throwing were on that spot, if you think about it.
Yeah, now that I think about it, the Red Robin was always in that spot.
Yeah.
He was never at the end.
Never at the end.
You said you kind of liked the end?
I do, and so does that one guy, the guy that shot really
The Phoenix.
the Phoenix.
The
He was
Phoenix.
as far away as he could be.
He was killing it.
And I've had 2 really good runs or 3 really good runs, and like I feel comfortable far away, like I do, and I feel comfortable short. Like I understand the whole the short throw, and I feel comfortable there. But man, there's just something about being head on that I feel
Yeah, I
comfortable
know.
with.
I like the short one. Like, I mean, obviously because you're closer, but I like that feeling like a sideways throw.
Yeah, the
that
sideways
feels comfortable for me.
Yeah, right.
So when I was there, like That's another part. Like I was like a little bit intimidated just to roll, but like when I was there, I was in the moment. Like I was feeling it, and like it felt so natural. I was like, "Fuck yeah!" Like, and
Nice.
it was cool. I wish I would have rolled maybe like one more time, just to see.
Yeah, just to get
Like,
it.
I just rolled once, like one little round, and right away I kind of crapped out.
Yes, and man, and that's what I want to say, and that's most people that when they first start rolling, yeah, they crap out. Like you'll never see somebody go
All crazy and
on their first time. Like why is that? Like yeah, why is that? Why didn't you have? You know, if the chances are rolling 7 or 8 numbers before a 7, then why weren't you even close on your first time? Like being nervous obviously does something, right?
maybe I think it just kind of happened. Like maybe my next roll would have been like more than 8 or something. Like I'm sure it would have averaged out. But yeah, I probably rolled like 4 or 5 times before I crapped out,
Oh, that's good.
something like that.
Yeah, that the game really interests me just because yeah, it's like
All the dynamics behind it.
the dynamics and just like the personalities and like the way people can for a short moment and yeah, some people that like I'm saying when I was next to that old man that was rolling like fire, like I really felt his energy and I felt that's why I was trying to tell Christian to come in. Like I felt nothing can stop this guy. Like he's rolling this no matter what.
Am I right? Just like the next time you go to the casino, just sniff out the scent of Bengay. That's the guy I want. That guy right there.
Yeah, I mean you would think so, right?
And even the way like the characters, like even the way the Red Robin was dressed, because you guys had saw him the night before or something when I was in the room, I think, and Chris was telling me, oh, there's this guy, dude, the Red Robin, and he was just describing him to me, and he was like, yeah, like all red, some old man jeans, and then just the most basic Skechers you've ever seen, and he was laughing, telling me about it, and when we were at the tables the next day, he's like, there's a hot roller right there. And I look, and it's some old-ass man with the hearing aid. And I look down, and he has a red shirt. And he has the Skechers. And I instantly knew, that's the Red Robin. I instantly knew, I'm like, that's him. That's him. And yeah, sure enough, on that one too, when we first saw him, that's when these 2 young dudes were rolling. And he was betting kind of a lot on them. And you were like, why is he betting on these fucks? Like,
Yeah, but
like
yeah.
and sure enough, those guys were rolling hot.
And he made some
And
money.
he
huh?
made money. Like he sensed like, oh, okay, these guys like there's something here.
Yeah, there's something. Yeah, and that's what I think me and Christian really need to really step our game up. It's
Get some Skechers.
get some Skechers, a hearing aid, and a red shirt. No,
And
just
hearing it so you can hear like the little nuances of the dice and the people. Like
because we did good, but man, we lost a lot of money betting on other people. And that's why the game's kind of weird because you have that option. And man, like you
because you don't
said,
have to. You could just bet on yourself once it's your turn. You don't have to bet on anyone else.
and like you said, you bet on one guy, he craps out. You bet on another guy, he craps out. Man, that's already $50. Like you can lose a lot of money quick.
Yeah, two rolls in 1 minute, $50. Like, oh man.
Like it's funny when we did my magic run, we went to that table because the Red Robin he went there and he was the only one there. So right away, me and Christian jumped on it like, oh, let's
I guess fucked up his vibe.
let's get in on his goods. And he hit a point. We put 85. We put $85 each into it, and then he rolled a craps that fast. And they took $85. We both bought in like 200.
That sucks.
And they took 85 in 2 rolls. And then the man, he just left. And then Christian looked at me like, fuck. But that's why I was like, fuck it. We'll just do it on our own. Like,
make our own magic.
yeah, make our own magic.
And that's when all that started. So like as you guys were playing, people joined.
No, so it's just him and I. He did a little run, not too good. I did one not too good. And then that third guy that I said showed up later, he showed up. They asked him to roll. I guess he was looking at us set up and all that. So he said he didn't want to roll.
He was the one that won big.
He's the one that won big with me, yeah. So then Christian went again, and he
So
did.
it was just the 3 of you?
The 3 of us, yeah. And then Christian
And the
went.
dealers?
And the dealers, yes. And then Christian went. And I was betting with Christian, and we were kind of going up and down. And then I had put some aside. I made sure I had 25 to go in on my pass, and then I had 60 for the 6 and the 8, and then I had 2 5s left. And I made sure I had that kind of on the side. And then as I was playing with Christian, we crapped out and I lost everything and he lost everything. Everything else except I had that enough to play one more round for myself, and he had enough to go in one more time.
Damn.
And like I was saying, the chances of me hitting that were 0.00029 or something.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's incredibly rare.
And that's what I'm saying. It's incredibly rare. And then for it to happen when you need it, that makes it even more rare.
And the fact that you called it out too as well before. I mean, I guess like if I had to make a bet on what I think happened, I do think it was just luck, like just dumb luck, and then events like that happen all the time, all over the place, randomly. Not nearly as much as like something less extraordinary, but they do happen. But yeah, I mean, I can't really argue with what you're saying. Like that's incredible. Like that's almost like a once in a lifetime type of role. Like
oh man, I'm just starting.
just wait.
No, I'm serious. I feel like I'm just starting. Like,
yeah, I want to play some more. I want to go back. Definitely got to plan a trip to like Atlantic City, Albuquerque.
That'd be cool. Or Albuquerque could be anytime. I'm down. But yeah, Atlantic City would be cool to go gamble or.
And how far is that flight?
Further. Yeah, Las Vegas is probably gonna be the easiest flight to gamble, besides driving to Albuquerque.
Because I was worried about the flight, like about Atlantic City, but the whole flight is chill. It's just the landing and the taking off that's rough. So like,
and not all the time.
Happen. Yeah, not all the time.
Yeah,
that's gonna happen to every flight, no matter how short it is. You're gonna have to take off and land.
Yeah, so we're going to Atlanta. They'd probably do from here to Dallas to Atlanta. New Orleans would be a cool one too.
Where's Atlantic City? Is it in Jersey?
I'm not even sure.
I know that's like a big gambling city.
Jersey.
It might be in Jersey. I'm not too sure.
They say we can fly to Dallas and drive to Oklahoma. That there's big gambling out there.
One of your clients, right, was saying that, or Oklahoma. I don't even thought that'd be cool. I've never been to Oklahoma.
Right. Yeah, Vegas was cool.
Vegas was really cool. That was a great trip.
So at least, I just feel really bummed out that we didn't talk to the dealer just to get his information on it. I mean, because I'm sure a dealer sees all kinds of stuff.
What if we just call the MGM right now? Like, can I talk to one of the dealers?
Man, or if you knew a dealer. Because, I mean, there used to be casinos here. That'd be interesting to just...
Or I wonder if you just look it up and just look up, like on Reddit or, like, dealers. Like, what do you... Like, go to, a craps, like, a board. And just be like, dealers, like, what do you think of the Unity consciousness? Do you see it? How does that play out? I mean, maybe I could ask, like, on my Reddit, and I'll see,
try
like,
it. Yeah,
I'll see if somebody...
Because I've been looking,
responds.
and, I mean, I get no kind of feedback. Yeah, so you just showed up with a bunch of monks meditating?
I was going to show up with the statue and the thing of the Santa Muerte just to help me.
What do you think about Lucky Charms?
I guess I have some, but I don't really believe that they do anything.
You're a total believer. Right? Everything you've been saying is...
It's a front. Like, from now on, my Lucky Charms are going to be the 2 chips that I took from especially the 5, because I won that one.
Oh, nice. You brought a 5 back?
Yeah, like
nice.
The one that you gave me, and then I brought a 5 from those winnings.
$6.
I got $6.
And MGM bucks.
MGM bucks.
That's another thing I wanted to look into was, like, how hard is it to copy these things? They don't look too... Like, as you're playing, people are not checking these tokens or these chips.
Because Chris swears that we can make them. Like, he swears like we could do it because he has a 3D printer.
No, you're not 3D. You're not going to get the weight right.
Maybe.
With his 3D printer?
You don't think you can, like...
compact that plastic?
Or I don't know. Throw something in there. Because, yeah, like, I didn't really see what they were doing, but it was quick, especially when you have a lot. Like, you think, like, they're scanning each one. I almost feel like there's, like something in it, like something you scan.
But man, like when I was cashing out, they stack them so that the computer can count how much there are.
Like how many they are and the color and all that. Yeah, Yeah, like what if the computer won't be able to read like our counterfeits? Not that we've made any or anything, but man, there's even this game that me and you got into for a little while, where you bet on the little plastic horses.
Oh man, that game.
Those are so cool.
Yeah, it's fun.
It was fun.
It's easy to read. You got odds. They have good names.
Good name. All the names are the best part, right? Like Red Fury, Santa's Little Helper.
It's definitely, yeah, they're running, they're racing.
Yeah, and it kind of gets you like, oh, it gets you excited.
Yeah, and everybody's yelling for their horse.
Yeah, so it's like these little plastic horses, and like they're racing, and like they speed up and they slow down, and then also there's like a big screen where they show like a CGI like actual jockeys like racing all intense with dirt and dust, and it's like matched up, it's synced with the actual physical horses. And yeah, you get to bet. You can make like side bets. Like I think this one's gonna win first, and this one's gonna win second.
Yeah,
place.
yeah, all kinds of bets.
And some of those payouts are a lot.
Yeah, they even kind of run around and they come back and set up all nice and right, has the sounds.
Yeah, it's cool.
It has the guy commentating to you, right?
Number 3, Red Fury is on his way, followed by Orange Citrus. He's all right. And it's cool because every couple of like I don't know how many, but every couple of laps, they'll like all turn around and they go the opposite way.
Yeah.
It was cool.
Yeah, it was really fun. I was playing that there, and then I came here, and then I started going to Sunland Park to play the real ones. And the real ones are really exciting too, but just the betting, it's not like I understand the betting on that screen a lot easier than
it's probably more like those minimums, and it's a little bit harder.
It's harder to bet. It's harder to bet.
Man, that'd be fun. We should go bet on some horse racing.
I'm down. Yeah. Yeah, I think we probably missed it.
It's not always.
No, it's a season, and I'm sure it's already getting too hot.
Oh.
Okay. Man, this might be the end of it. It's probably like spring.
Oh man, we should go see if we do one last bet on the last one.
Right? Yeah, I lost money. I didn't really understand it.
I lost money on the little plastic ones. You doubled your money on those. Fuck. I didn't win one fucking race, but it was fun.
Yeah, it's fun for sure.
And
I saw a little pattern happening, so I just kind of.
Yeah, we were kind of picking it up on, because we'll have some that are like ridiculous, like they pay you a lot, and so you want to bet on that one, but that one never won.
Never wins, yeah. But when he does win.
Yeah, you win big.
Yeah.
And I was wanting to play, but every time I passed by, it was packed. Like people understood the power of the little horses.
Yeah, it's just such a safer. I don't know why that just seems more fun than a slot machine.
It's just.
Did you play any slots?
I didn't. Yeah, they looked all right. Noah wanted to play the piggies really bad. He just kept, come on, guys, the piggies.
I'm like, no, I'm not raising a slot player.
You're already a field player. I'm not gonna be raising a slot player.
Right, all the bad bets, this guy.
All right, takes me to a David Copperfield show. I missed the magic. Thanks, Noah. And just all the characters that we saw. And I think my favorite character was what was it? Dr. Russell the Muscle Putz.
Throwing money away like nothing.
Like thousands. He had like 10 grand of chips on his fucking thing.
More, right?
He had a lot.
A lot.
Yeah, racks on his of chips.
And then just the way he was throwing dice, like fast, right? Like you just.
Yeah, not a care. He didn't give a fuck. Like
right,
he
no
wasn't
fucks
bothered.
given.
And then when he takes off, he tips the dealer $10.
$10, right? Oh man!
Like dude's winning like 100, we're tipping like 25.
Right.
$10. Yeah, the guy even told him like, "We'll keep the table warm for you." And the dude takes off. And I didn't see him there again.
Some other guy showed up and was playing. He didn't have as much. Yeah. He didn't have as much, but he seemed like a better player.
Yeah. And there was even like that kid and his girlfriend that walked up while we were watching. It was a $200 table. And we're like, look at this little kid. Like, what's this high roller? Like, and he goes and shows him the ID, and you just see the dealer go. And then he just goes back to dealing, and the dude's just there with his girlfriend. He just want to look at her and just watch. Like, got rejected hard. Man. Fuck out of here, kid. Man.
Right.
It's a real man's game.
Why don't you go play the pigs?
Why don't you go play the pigs over there? I heard a chair on the plastic little horses just opened up.
Really?
We get up. Really? Oh fuck.
Must be nice.
We'll take you next time, Toad.
Yeah, okay.
I guess Toad can. It looks like a slot machine.
Probably try and fuck one.
Oh man, that's probably the only reason.
No.
Toad can do all our calculations for us,
All right.
all slow. I'll just do it myself. And he's like writing them down on paper.
Fuck you.
But it would be cool. I think you would get some what you're looking for there. I'm sure it's there. We just have to figure out how.
Asian cheerleaders.
Then I got to thinking too, is that like what's the purpose of cheerleaders? What's the purpose of
Yeah, like morale, I guess, right?
right? Yeah, exactly. And
But yeah,
that's-
I do agree. Like okay, I don't think.
okay, yes.
I don't think like morale or anything is gonna affect the game of chance.
Yes,
but I do
exactly.
think it's gonna affect the game of skill because you're gonna play better. You're gonna be at your best mood, and yeah, the better you feel, the better you can perform in
Uh-huh.
any field.
Exactly.
But yeah, I don't think it's gonna affect the outcome of a dice roll.
Exactly.
But I do think like you can set it up and maybe affect it a little bit.
But yeah, I was just thinking about that today, like, military, the way they have everybody dress the same, march in unison, almost like it's one unity, like we're all on the
You
same
think they're onto
page.
it too? Like
Yeah, I think the military is onto it. I think Vegas is onto it. I think everybody's onto like that unity consciousness or just the power of the mind.
is that why I had to wear a red outfit when I worked at Bush's Chicken? Yeah, for sure. Damn, and then tomorrow you announce to everyone that now we all have a uniform. We have to dress the same to bring in clientele.
But yeah, I see what you're saying. Where for a game of skill, yeah, the cheerleader helps. That's what I'm trying to think. What else is chance? What other games are chance? What else can we test this theory in?
Just the mean ass game of Monopoly.
There's skill. I mean, the dice are chance.
Yeah, I guess the skill is like what you decide to do. Like, I want to build a house here. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna.
Yeah, but rolling the dice, yeah. I mean, yeah. See, if there's a lucky guy that could just skip all the. But then, yeah, it would still be like one person, like everybody on their own.
I mean, CeeLo. It's just chance.
But everybody's still on their own. No, like, how about Team CeeLo or something?
Ah, Team CeeLo. I'm sure we could figure out a way to play Team CeeLo.
Or even just start. I mean, and then another thing too that I was saying, or that I was thinking is like, you can put 20 people in a room and tell them all to think heads, and have it, play that game. But how do you know they're all really thinking heads?
Or like, or is it like really like you said, like when you test like those like at the craps table, it might fuck with everyone's mind. So like on those like Unity consciousness projects or whatever, they're not really playing for anything. They're just kind of just telling them to think heads. So like you don't think that's a little bit different?
Yeah, maybe somebody is really thinking heads a lot harder than the next guy, and the next guy is just probably repeating it. Maybe where on the craps table, that's what I'm saying. That the tables that I've seen, people have money invested and they're really, everybody's into it for their own reason, but they all seem to be in tune with each other. Like I'm saying, I've been at tables where people are rolling and they'll look at each other from across the table and like that guy did that to me. Like, oh, like I'm seeing you, like you know what I mean? And that just shows me like it does something, you know what I mean? He's like my little cheerleader or something.
He made you feel special.
He made me feel special. No, but that's what I'm saying. It is different. And you see what I'm saying where
Yeah, 'cause
everybody's in.
Like
in
you were
on-
saying, like on the craps one, like everybody they're not just thinking of the 5. They want the 5. I can see like when they do like the heads or tails, like nobody really wants heads. Like I guess they do, maybe because they're telling them, but
It's different.
It's
you're trying to test it. But yeah, I mean,
and in that one they said it
worked
they,
a little
worked a little, yeah, a little bit.
But we'll definitely test it. We'll definitely.
And maybe even if you play CeeLo and a bunch of us make side bets, like for someone, oh, he's gonna hit this, like, or he's gonna hit a 4, 5, 6, and we're all kind of like thinking it like 4, 5, 6, 4, 5, 6, or something, or triple threes. Because that would be kind of be like if he wins, we all win. So we're all kind of on the same page. And it is CeeLo would be a random chance, just the dice.
Yeah, or almost like if somebody came in to play random against one of us and we all backed up our friend, like, you can beat this guy. And we're all investing. Or, yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Maybe even just having a
Even
couple
street
people.
craps.
Having a couple people and just maybe start off small with odds and evens. Let's just do 10 rolls randomly. And then 10 rolls, everybody thinking even the whole time and see what happens. Do like 5 each.
Man, it's not working. I'm over here like I'm secretly thinking odds, and just fucking everything up.
And I knew you were going to think that. So I'm thinking odds. And at the end, I'm going to tell you, like.
And then Chris looked at you like, why is Ronnie making that face? Is he thinking odds? No, he's thinking odds.